Hi guys, welcome to my video. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can self-host n8n using Hetzner and Coolify. You must know n8n is very popular among no-code and low-code developers. Everyone is using n8n for building different type of automations, AI agent and workflows for different use cases and for their clients. So today we are going to talk about a very important topic, how to self-host n8n. You already know n8n has both planned cloud version and self-host version. But if we have the option to use self-host version, why we should use a cloud version? There are a lot of advantages of using self-host version. First of all, it is cheaper. It is way cheaper than if you compare with the cloud version. Another thing is the data privacy. Many times clients don't want to share their data with the platform, and that's why this is the best way to protect your client data and keep them isolated from the whole world. So today I will guide you how to set up your server. We are going to use Hetzner because I feel that is the cost effective of server. Another thing is it is very easy to deploy and it can easily connect it with the Coolify, which is our front end for hosting n8n. So the two platforms we are going to use is the Hetzner and the Coolify, and of course we are going to host n8n on top of that. So don't worry guys, I will guide you everything in this video, so make sure to subscribe before moving forward. So let's get to my screen. So as you can see, this is the dashboard for Hetzner. This is the main server which we are going to use to host n8n, and this is the dashboard for Coolify. First of all, let me show you their website just to make sure you will understand what it is all about. So Hetzner, you can host anything on Hetzner because this is a very popular and very robust server which many enterprise client also uses this server. So there are many other servers like DigitalOcean and Hostinger. You can use any one of them, but today we are going to use this one. Now another thing is Coolify. First of all, the funny thing is Coolify is also an open source platform. So you can eventually host Coolify on, you can see this is the self-hosting platform. This is a self-hosted platform. So you can host Coolify on the Hetzner, and on top of that you can host n8n. But just to make things more simpler and easy for you guys, I'm going to use the cloud version, which is very cheap. You only have to pay $5 per month and you are good to go. So I mean, this is not something you should go for the self-host, because sometimes when your server crashes, you don't have control over your Coolify because you are hosting it on the server. That's why I always suggest people go with the cloud version. This is not much you have to pay, but you are making this more robust and future proof. So I think we are good with the introduction of this both platform. So let's go with setting our server. Now, first of all, I will show you my server, how I am using it for myself and for some of my clients, because I also offer my client to host their platform on my server so that they don't have to take care of about any technical things. So this is the server I'm using currently. As you can see, so the monthly cost I get is about $35 to $40 because $27 is the base for what I'm paying for this 8 vCPU and 16 GB RAM, and I'm also taking the backup of all the content. So they typically charge 20% of the subscription amount overall, and that's why you can see my total amount is total usage is $30, which is like $5 is the backup. So this is like pay as you go model, so they don't have any fixed pricing. Now another thing is, so as you can see, like it's pretty simple. I will guide you how you can set up this. You don't have to go with this volume and all, but a very important thing you have to know before moving forward, you must have a very basic knowledge of the terminal command. So basically this server is based on Ubuntu, so we need to have some command line knowledge so that we can interact with the server using our terminal basically. So yeah, I think we are good to go. So let's start creating a new server, because I'm going to show you how you can create from the scratch. So let's give it a name. Let's give it YouTube demo. So you can see we have this server. Now we have to click on create resource. Since we are dealing with the server, we have to click on server. Now This is the very important thing. I mean, it really depends which location you want to select. If you are from US, of course you should go with the US. If you are from Singapore, if you are from Germany, it depends. But what I saw is, like, if you're going with the Helsinki, the amount you have to pay is lesser than other location. So of course I'm in India, so I'll go with the Helsinki. Now you have to choose this Ubuntu as the main OS. Now we are going to use shared vCPU because this is what we require for our use case. Dedicated CPU is not required in our use case. So and another thing, if you compare with the x86 Intel and AMD, Intel is typically cheaper if you compare with the AMD. But what I feel is AMD is more premium and it gives more robust functionality in terms of like down rate. I mean, this is much better if you compare with the Intel. So we are going with the AMD's architecture. Now you can see we have different pricing. So of course I told you Intel is cheaper than if you compare with the AMD. So you can see the pricing, there's some differences in the amount if you compare the same configuration of both the architecture. So of course I'm going to go, I'll go with the AMD's CPUs. So let's click on CPX11. And to be honest, if you are just hosting one n8n account, this is the best, and this is, I mean, enough for your use case. You don't have to go much further. So yeah, it will cost you around $4.49. Now keep this all as default. Now this is very important. So if you already know how server works, so this is basically used to interact with the server using our command terminal. In Mac you are using terminal, in Windows you have command line too. So it depends. So of course I'm going to use ChatGPT to create this SSH key, and based on that I'll copy this. So yeah, so you can see I've just used ChatGPT to get this SSH key. So use the name as YouTube demo. So it has given me this SSH key. Remember, this is for Mac terminal. For the Windows you have to change the command, and it's very easy. Just go to ChatGPT and I'll give you all the document, basically I have whole Notion page where I have documented everything, how to host n8n on Hetzner and Coolify. And of course I'm going to share this with in my resource in my YouTube description, so you can go through that. But these commands are for the Mac terminal. For the Windows you can just copy and just ask ChatGPT to do so. So we have got this name as SSH keygen T. So these are the configuration. I don't have knowledge about this, but the only thing is this is the file which is created in our machine with the name YouTube demo. So this is for our use case, so that we can organize. If you are having multiple server, like if you have multiple clients, and obviously you have to create multiple server and SSH key. So to make it thing more easy to organize, we are using this thing. So let's copy here this. Let me just make it big. No, I think this is much better. Yeah, once we click on enter, you can see it is asking for the paraphrase. You don't have to do anything, just click on enter, and wow, we have created our SSH key. Now it's time to get the SSH key, which we need to copy and paste into our server. Remember, this is very important data, so never share anything like this to anyone. If anyone get access to this, they can easily interact with your server and do anything which can make your server dead or something. So now I've just pasted the result which I have got, and let's see what we'll get. So we just have to copy this and wait, let me see. So after having some chat with the ChatGPT, we have got this code. Let's copy and paste it here. See, we have got our SSH key. You can see, just copy this one from here to YouTube demo. Just copy it and go to your server, add news. So you can see it has taken this SSH key. click on add SSH key, and we are good to go. So I will show you how once you are set up your server, we need to follow certain steps so that we can connect our SSH key with our machine. So every time you are going to use your terminal, your Mac terminal, it will automatically identify you are logging, and it will not ask for the password again. So this is a very easy way of logging to your server. Now volume, we don't require volume. Firewall, we will create firewall using directly using the command line tool, so we don't have to create here. Backup, it depends on you. You can see if we click on the backup, it will add additional cost of 20% of our server price. So it depends, but this is recommended. This is very important if you're dealing with a lot of data and you don't want to lose that data. So just click on backup, and yeah, so you can see it will add up one extra amount to your overall bill. 1 second. Yeah, and we are good to go. Let's see. Yeah, just give a name. I'll give a name as YouTube demo, and just click on create and buy now, and whoa. And this is so simple. You can see I have just created in a live video, so you don't have to do anything else. This is a very straightforward thing you have to do for creating your server. Now we'll wait till this server has been created. So as you can see, our server has been set up, and this is something coming similar to what I had earlier in my account. Now let's go to the terminal and let's log into our server. So I'll ask ChatGPT. So it will give me the so basically this is my server. Where is my server? Sorry, 1 second. So you have to copy this. This is your IP address. This is important thing to connect you to your server. So let's copy this one. Go here. Change this IP address which we have. Let's copy from here and click enter. Now if you can see, are you sure you want to continue, yes or no? So here you just have to click yes and just click. So yeah, you just have to click yes, click enter, and just so you can see our server has been connected with our system. One thing you obviously asked, why it hasn't asked for any password. So basically because we have added SSH key with our within our server, it automatically identifies that this is our Mac and this is our terminal which we are trying to connect. So it automatically verify, and this is the reason why we use SSH key while setting up our server. It makes the logging process very smoother. Now once we get into our server, the one thing we need to do is using the script. So basically I already have the script. I'll share after this video. So you have to run this. This is a very important script. This is basically used to update your server and make all the necessary update whatever right now present in the software. So it will take some time. We have to wait for it. Okay. So our server has been updated. Another thing is we need to create firewall to protect our server. So this is very important. The funny thing I want to share, so when I was just starting with the setting up my server, I didn't know like this it is important to open some port. So in server, some of the port like 5434, I'm not remembering the port exactly. So that some of the port like for the Postgres, if you're using the Supabase, so we need to manually open that port, then only you can connect your server with this type of software. Because after when we are hosting n8n on this server, n8n are going to use the same port which we have on the server. So it is very important to open that port, then only you can connect other different softwares like Supabase and all. So let's go to ChatGPT and ask, please give me command to activate firewall and with all including for the n8n. So it will it will give us this particular command. Let's copy this one and paste it here. It will open our, so yeah, now just copy another one, this one, let's paste it. So we are trying to open some of the port, and so that the port which are open, they can only make connection with our server. Other than that, no other port can be connected with our server. This is done to protect our server from the malicious website and connection. So this is very important port, by the way, 443 and 480. So we are adding, so you can see, and this is 5678 for the n8n to work, and 5432 for the Supabase. So basically Supabase is based on the Postgres server, so it is important to open this. So we are good to go. Now we have to enable this. This is for enabling our firewall. Just click on it. Yeah, perfect. So you can see firewall is active and enabled on our system start. So we are good to go with our with our server. Now the next step is to set up our Coolify. So you can see I already have my account connected, but I'll show you how to add another server. In Coolify, you just have to set up your server, and once you are done with your setting up the server, it is like very easy. You can host any platform. So let's give a name. I'll give it YouTube demo, and so just copy the IP address. We have the IP address. Support will be 22. Now, okay, I forgot to mention one thing. We need to create a private key, and that is very important whenever we are dealing with setting up the server. You can see I already have two private key connected. So I'll just give it the name YouTube demo. So here you can see it is asking for private key, which we have to generate using our server SSH key. So you don't have to do anything, just go to ChatGPT and ask, give me command for generating private key for the Coolify. So as you can see, we have generated the private key. So this is the basically, once you have created your SSH key initially for the server, you just had to copy paste and ask ChatGPT to give the command something like this based on your earlier SSH key and provide you the access to private key. So once you are done with this, just copy this one and come to the Coolify dashboard and paste it here. Make sure it should start with the begin open SSH and end with the end open SSH. This is important. And just click on continue. Once you are done with this, you have to just save it and just go to the server. Just click on add, give it a name to your new server. I'll give it as YouTube demo. Just copy the IP address, and you have to select the server. So you have to select the private key. So this is the new private key we have created, YT demo, and just click on continue. Keep everything as default. It will take some time. Just click on validate and server. It will install the Docker into your server. Wait, so why we are getting this? Let me see. So it took me some time to debug. So basically I was getting an error. The permission was not it was not giving permission to install Docker into the server, but I successfully debug using the ChatGPT. So yeah, of course, to be honest, this is a very common thing. So if you are dealing with this, just use ChatGPT. It will help you a lot to debug these things. So yeah, since I also don't know, I also don't have much coding knowledge, so this is the common issue. So you can see we have successfully connected our server and we are good to go. Now we have two servers. One is the Hetzner and another is this server name. So now this is over. Like, this is the thing what you need to do to connect n8n to connect your Coolify with the Hetzner, and we are good to go. Now let's go to the project and click on add. You can just use test, click on test and just click on production and add resource. Now you can just search n8n and you are good to go. You can easily now, because we have a new server, I am going to use this one, and yeah, you can just deploy. This is the thing you need to do. Now there's another thing. Once let me complete with this, I'll show you another thing which is necessary after completing this whole setup. As you can see, we have successfully deployed our n8n. If I click on this and continue site, so you can see yeah, now this is the common error you will get whenever you have self-hosted n8n. If you see here, this is connected with the server name with the domain sslip.io. Now this is the default domain which Coolify provides, but we can't use this one. So to fix this, you need to go to server and just click on your server, and here you need to add your wildcard domain, and this is very important. So this is my name chip. You can see this is my own n8n Hetzner instance, and this is the IP address. You just need to create 2A record and use star and @ to connect with the your IP address. Once you are done with this, you are pretty much completed with the whole setup. So now once you are done with this domain will be used as a Coolify domain. I mean it will be used as a base domain to host any platform. So right now we are getting this SSL IP. Now then after this you will get like this. So something like this. Let me show you my n8n instance. So you can see it is coming like n8n.agrawalharsh.com. This is connected with my domain. So similarly you have to do connect with your domain, and once you are done with this, just click on revalidate server and it will automatically configure your new domain and you are good to go with the whole setup. So this is how you can create your own n8n instance on your self-hosted version. And yeah, I will give all the resources, all the step-by-step guideline in the Notion template in the video description, so feel free to check out. And if you have any doubt, don't feel free to comment on my comment section. And yeah, I think we have pretty much covered everything. So if you have any doubt, always reach out to me, and thanks for watching this video. Bye.